Hello and welcome to the first video covering MYOB for the ISYS 110 subject. Today we'll just be covering the basics of MYOB, explaining how to create user accounts, covering basics of transaction journals, looking at sales, purchases, and the banking component. Okay, so first of all, we'll just go in and we'll open up MYOB, and you'll be presented with this screen. What we should do now is go in and open the company file. So we'll click on Open Company File, and we'll go and find the file that we want to open. So we go into here. We're looking at tutorial 9, and we'll open up demo11.myo. Click Open, and we'll be presented with this sign-on screen. So by default, the username is administrator and the password is nothing. If nothing's been changed, then and it's been left as default, then just click OK. Okay, so this is pretty much the control center or command center, as MYOB calls it, for the file. Now, you'll see here that we've got accounts, banking, sales, time billing, purchases, payroll, inventory, and card files. Okay, so basically anything to do with these particular areas will be available when you click on the button. So if we want to do a sale, we click on sales and we can enter a sale. If we want to receive money for that sale, we can do that under here as well. If we want to purchase something, again we go to purchases and we can enter a purchase or pay money. Now basically for today all we'll be covering is purchases, sales and banking, and just the basics of it. Before we do that, however, I just thought we should go in and just show you some basic setup information and preferences for MYOB. So first of all, let's just go to setup, okay, and we're going to show information relating to this company. So under setup we go to company information. Okay, so once we've selected company information, it'll bring up all the information relating to this company. So we can put in the company name, the address, phone number, email address, tax file number and all that sort of stuff. And we set up also the financial year and so on. Basically, this is all linked to the invoices, and this information is what will come up on the invoice. Okay, so and this is good anyway, just so that if you're dealing with an accountant, they know which company they're dealing with. So anyway, once you've updated that or changed it or set it up, just click OK. The next option we want to do, probably in relating to set up the file, is setting up users. So let's say, for example, we've got different users or different people working for our company. We may want to set up different user accounts for them to restrict access, to ensure that people don't, I guess, destroy the integrity of the file or give people access to things they shouldn't really have. So let's go to setup and we go to preferences. Now you'll notice there's lots of preferences here. You can go through this and look at yourself, but there's system preferences, Windows preferences, reporting, banking, sales, purchasing, all these different tick boxes you can turn on or off. Where we want to look is under security. Okay, and you'll notice down here there's a button called user IDs. Click on that, and you'll notice apart from the default user ID, we only have we don't have any user accounts set up. So if we want to create a new one, we click on new, and we can enter a user ID. Let's say for example we want the sales department. So we can just set up a user ID called sales. Okay, and we just give them a password of 123, and we click OK. The user account will appear over here, and you'll notice now we can go and set up different restrictions. So if we don't want people to have access to certain things, we can turn them on or off. Now these are sales, so we probably don't want them to have access to accounts. So we can click on this top tier of accounts, and it will deactivate everything below that. And sales, probably don't want to do any banking either, so we can disable that. And we do want them to do sales and receiving and probably all the other things. So just be aware that we can create accounts and we can turn on or off access to certain functions. Click OK, and that account is now set up. So we can click OK again to take us back to the back to the beginning. So that's just some basics of under the setup option for company information and preferences. Go through the preferences at your leisure, just have a look at it. I'm not going to go through those individually, but be aware you can set up user accounts.